Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a sheriff's office in our region gives a warning about phone scams getting more creative. And frozen bodies of water cause some rescue crews to be concerned about the safety of Kentuckians this winter season.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm Dakota Makris. It's 6:32. Thank you so much for waking up with us. We really appreciate it. And let's take it over to Brandon, who we also really appreciate because I know he works really hard. But right now, Brandon, you get you a little calm little break right now.
Yes, so, much needed.
Yeah.
Much needed. Not much to track. We are watching a system later this week. We were watching this system that came through overnight later last week or earlier last week. But for today, we're in decent shape. Got a little bit of flurries or some sprinkles out there this morning. Let's take a look, one more look at the satellite radar. The clouds still hanging around. You see just a little bit of green or blue popping up there in some locations earlier this morning, but I think we're pretty much done at this point. The Mountain Parkway near the Wolf-Powell County line, pretty quiet up there, pretty dark up there too because of the cloud cover. If there's no cars going by, hard to show you that camera in the dark time because no way to light it up there. We're looking at temperatures still in the 30s across the region, but 30 in Moorhead, 32 now in Irvin. They've dropped another degree. They were at 33 a little earlier, 37 in Hazard. They were at 41 when we started the newscast. Actually, I think we had a couple of 40s still out there when we started the newscast, but everybody's in the 30s this morning and continuing to drop. That cold front came through earlier last night, but we are going to see temperatures fall into right around freezing by this afternoon and down to about 20 overnight as those skies slowly clear. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, a man charged in a deadly hit and run has now entered a plea. Attorneys entered a not guilty plea Monday morning in ROWAN County for 44-year-old Andy Baldridge. Sheriff's deputies arrested him on Sunday. He is facing charges of murder and leaving the scene of an accident. The sheriff's office says he hit and killed 91-year-old Lonnie Leach Saturday on Oak Grove Road. Baldridge will be back in court next Monday for a preliminary hearing. Well, we now know the names of those who were involved in an officer-involved shooting in Corbin on January the 11th. The trooper involved in the shooting was Stephen Walker. As for the suspect involved, he is identified as 32-year-old Jeffrey Paradise. The investigation began when police say Paradise ran from them and hid in an apartment complex with a weapon and shot at police. Trooper Walker shot back, hitting police. Now, the trooper is a 39-year-old KSP veteran and is on administrative leave. Paradise is still at UK Hospital being treated. A Knox County man charged in a sexual assault case faced a judge yesterday. Attorneys entered a not guilty plea for 39-year-old Charles Gray. He is charged with rape, sex abuse, terroristic threatening, and fleeing from police. The sheriff's office was called to a home on Kentucky 1232 in Corbin during the weekend for a report of a woman being held against her will. Deputies say they arrested Gray as he was trying to run out of the back of the victim's home. Gray will be back in court a week from today, for a preliminary hearing. A man in Carter County is in jail for allegedly choking a woman. Troopers say they were called to investigate a potential dispute. When they arrived, Stephanie Moore said that she got into an argument with Jimmy Sturgill. She claims he choked her until she passed out unconscious. When troopers found Sturgill, police say he ran. Fish and Wildlife officers were able to find Sturgill and arrest him with no problems. Attorney General Daniel Cameron is adding a new position to his office to help law enforcement agencies with violent crimes. The new resource prosecutor position will be added to the Prosecutors Advisory Council. Now, their role is to help in prosecutions of violent crimes or capital offenses. Attorney General Cameron says those in cases are incredibly complex. Yesterday he appointed Thomas Lockridge to the position. Lockridge is a former Commonwealth's attorney. Well, in this day and age, scam calls are increasingly popular with new and more creative scams popping up each day. Well, Arliss Williams talked to law enforcement in Laurel County on the phone scams they've been seeing and how to avoid becoming a victim.
It's a call we never want to receive, but often do.
We all want to get something for nothing if we can, but that's not true to life. And if it sounds like it's too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. And someone's probably trying to get your money.
Innocent people can fall victim to phone scammers, people or organizations posing as something they are not in order to get money.
All too often, these scammers are out of country and you cannot track them down, you probably lost your money if you get scammed.
Gilbert Achardo at the Laurel County Sheriff's Office says scammers target one demographic more than others.
They tend to target senior citizens. They're thinking that they're retired, they have some money stored away.
If you get a call from someone and they are asking for personal information or say you must send them a certain amount of money to receive a larger prize, it's always a scam.
And there's many of them. The IRS scam, the Social Security scam, just whatever situation that a person can come up with to try to scam money off of someone, they'll try it.
Achardo adds if you receive a call from an unknown number, it's best to not answer.
We like getting the information out to the community because sometimes we just need to be reminded that there's people out there that will steal from you and try to take your money, take your personal identifying information.
Helping to keep everyone aware of any dangers that lurk after you pick up the phone. Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Achardo says that if you receive any spam calls, you should call the Laurel County Sheriff's Office so they can alert others about what to look out for. Well, a big concern this time of year for first responders, frozen ponds and creeks. It's cold enough to have some freeze over, but it's likely thin ice. The Lexington Fire Department is trained for ice rescues. Our crews use all manner of tools, ranging from boogie boards to ropes and harnesses, and even a big boat to practice rescue techniques. Captain Dustin Whited says that they need to be ready to go at a moment's notice.
We train in the elements all the time because things don't quit burning, people don't quit getting sick, there's car wrecks don't stop, and stuff like this doesn't stop just because the weather comes in. So
officials say that you should not be going out on ice unless you are certain that it's thick enough, which can be hard to tell. Well, the Appalachian Pregnancy Care Center in Pikeville works to connect women and families with the resources they need during pregnancy. One local teacher is hoping to give back to that mission as her students come together to offer a little care. Our buddy Forbes has more from that class that is cutting up for a good cause.
And it smooths those wrinkles out.
A room designed for real-life skills.
You know, we've got this great facility. Through the years, we've lost our home ec program. Our teachers have retired, and we've not really been able to replace that.
And a teacher with a desire to give students a hands-on experience.
I really want my kids to learn how to do some self-help skills. I think that's the big thing, and plus them being able to give.
But not just for a mark on a report card, for a mission that reaches far past the halls of Eastridge High School. The class is learning to sew, using those skills to stitch together a little security for the Appalachian Pregnancy Care Center.
It helps our kids. They're learning the life skills they're going to be using throughout their lives. It's filling a need, an immediate need for those that are being donated to.
With a goal to donate 10 baby quilts to families in need, offering a little warmth from the warriors, who have often seen their community benefit from the center.
I've had students that's actually ended up at the pregnancy center and that were alone, and they have given so much to those girls there, and nourishment and medical treatment and a place to live and a support system that they don't have.
Saying it is all about soaking in skills until the blessings that come with using them overflow into the community.
We're just hoping that they end up in someone's hands that really appreciates the effort of the kids.
A project about giving back through every scrap, with a little love in every seam. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The students say they are learning a lot throughout the course. Administrators say they are blessed with the students and faculty who are willing to give back.
Coming up on 641, we take a look at these cooler temperatures this morning, but they're still falling down to 32 now in Irvin, 30 in Moorhead. You're going to see kind of some stabilization there for a little bit because the clouds are still in place. Down to 34 in Jackson, 37 now in Hazard. So 39 in Somerset is now the warmest spot in the region, and it looks like 30 in Moorhead is still the coldest spot. So be aware of that as you head through the first part of your day. Out the door forecast, flakes are gone. For the most part, maybe a sprinkle or a snowflake still out there in some areas, but for the most part, not showing up on satellite, just cloudy skies this morning. But a slow clearing will take place as temperatures fall to right around freezing by this afternoon. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Well, the time is now 6:41 when we come back here on Mountain News this morning. There's some good news for travelers who want to make a trip across the pond, but only if they're vaccinated. That's next.
Travel for